Hello and welcome. I am so sorry for the technical glitches here. I am just going to give everybody a minute or so to pop on because we are like a little bit late starting. As soon as I see some people popping on, we'll get started. How's everybody enjoying the skincare class so far? There has been some amazing speakers and so much more to come. So today we'll be talking about acne and some skin purging. Can you guys let me know if you're seeing this? I don't even know where to see if it's live. Can somebody leave a comment? I hope it's recording in the right place, and I hope that it's recording. Can everybody hear okay? Okay, I see a couple people on. Charity, can you hear me and see everything's recording properly? Or give me a thumbs up or something? There, okay, I see Charity there now. Okay. Technical glitches, I couldn't access the live button, so I think we're good now. So I'll give it a few more, like maybe a minute more till we get started. And yeah. Okay, so yesterday we mostly focused on like the routines and the different products. Today we're focusing more on troubleshooting different skin conditions and using the products to troubleshoot them. So we will today be talking about acne and a little bit about skin purging. All right, I see a couple people popping on now. So let us know if you're catching this on the replay or if you are on the live today, and any questions, just put them down in the question box. And remember, don't forget to tag your planner to get entered in for those prizes. Okay, I'm just going to get started. My name is Christy. I am from Red Deer, Alberta, Canada, and I'm happy to be here to speak to you guys on acne and troubleshooting skin purging. So today we're going to talk about acne is more than just surface level. It's internal and it's surface. So we're going to hit on like both areas. I'm going to tell you first how I got introduced. Well, I first got introduced to the Korean skincare line, and I had actually been looking for a skincare line, not for myself, but for at the time she was 14 years old, because she had the strangest skin. She had this combination skin that was oily and dry, flaky, and acne. So there wasn't one treatment that we could do. Anything that we tried that was like oil based would make her flare more, and anything that we used just either irritated it or did nothing, and her skin was so uncomfortable all the time. Then this came to me and I'm like, well, I'll give it a try. I checked it out, it's all clean. So we gave it a try, and sure enough, it started healing her skin. The flakiness went away, the dryness, the acne was clearing up, and it totally changed her skin. So what I love about Korean skincare, this particular line, what makes it so different, unlike Western skincare is all about spot treatments. So you're looking for something either for anti-aging wrinkles, acne, rosacea, and you're just spot treating those areas. Where this actually works at a cellular level and it heals the skin from the inside out. And that's what her skin was needing. It was needing the hydration. It was needing just to be healed from that inside out at a cellular level. So that's the difference that we see with this line. When you guys see this, the difference, that's what we mean, because it's actually healing the microbiome of the skin at a cellular level so that you don't have to spot treat anymore. So let's get into acne a little bit here. So acne can be bacterial, and that would be more your topical type acne. So that would be like more bacteria on the skin. If you have localized breakouts, could be like a dirty makeup brush, or we'll go through some tips on things to avoid for acne later. But bacterial is either dirty skin or bacteria on the face that could be causing the acne. But a lot of times, like I said, acne isn't just a surface level problem. It usually stems from inside. So it's a good idea to work on them both. So internally, if we have too many toxins, we can, if we're not eliminating properly, we have 3 detoxification pathways, which is sweat, urine, bowel movements. And if those aren't functioning properly and our body can't detox, it's going to be pushed through the skin. So that can come out in forms of acne, rashing, different kinds of things. So you want to make sure the GI system's working. Movement helps, like working out, going for walks, like just so that those systems are working, your lymphatics are working. And it really helps with clearing your skin, as well as what we eat, the diet, the lifestyle. Hormones is another thing. So hormones is a whole different ball game, and balancing hormones is, there's so many, we're not even going to get into that today. So if that's what I mean, you just need to kind of work on things inside and out. It's not always topical, we need both, but I'm going to talk a little bit about the internals, because I love these. If you guys have never heard of them, the Detox Plus, they are amazing for detoxification of the colon, basically. So they're little pellets, and they're not like your general fiber. They don't open up in the stomach or small intestine. They travel. They're like little hard pellets, and they don't start to open up till they get to the large bowel, and they help push everything out. And in these little pellets, there's not only fiber, there is also very good detoxification herbs. So it also helps detox the bowel to take that out within the bowel movement too. So these are one of the things that I recommend if somebody's experiencing a lot of skin issues. I recommend starting with the gut, and these are an easy little thing to start with. I just take 1 before bed. You can take up to 2 a day, morning and night if you'd like. No more than 2 packs a day, but I always recommend starting with the gut, because the gut is where a lot of our skin issues start. Also, so for bacterial, like I said, that would just be the topical, where that can be dirty skin, not cleansing properly, oil and dirt clogged in the pores. So you want to make sure, we'll go into the products for acne. So you want to make sure with acne that you are using the oil cleanser, because this is going to help get all the dirt and the grime and anything that's clogging those pores. Because if your skin can't breathe properly, it is going to clog those pores, and if your skin can't breathe, it's going to start freaking out and acting out on you. So the oil cleanser is so nice. So you just take that in your hand and you massage that into your face for, now if you're experiencing like blackheads and acne, I would say probably, if you're really bad, probably up to 3 minutes, I think they recommend. So just massage that gently, nice into your skin, and then I take some warm water. They'll probably be doing a demo on this too. And then you add a little bit of water and keep massaging it, and it turns kind of white, and it just emulsifies it, and it just keeps deep cleaning the skin. So this helps melt away like any oils, grime, dirt, makeup, sunscreens, anything. I actually use it in the morning too. So if you had oily skin, you could even just use this in the morning. So that helps remove everything. So we're gonna talk a double cleanse. Sorry, I must have lost connection there. So I go and do the oil cleanse first, and then I come in with the snow cleanser. So the oil cleanser is like sweeping the floor before you mop it. And then you come in with the snow cleanser, the enzyme cleanser, and you go over top and you cleanse, and it just picks everything up that is left and gives you that nice clean canvas so that the pores are clean, everything is nice and clean so that your skin can absorb the products and facilitate that healing that needs to happen for the acne. So I highly recommend double cleansing for acne for sure. And then second step would be going in with the Calming Balance Gel. This is so healing. It has damask rose water in it, which is very calming and healing for the skin. And it also has 24 karat gold flakes in there, which really helps with inflammation and the redness of the skin. So it targets acne from different levels. And it is a gel. It is very hydrating. It has 8 layers of hyaluronic acid in it too. So it's very hydrating. Another reason for acne sometimes is because your skin is dehydrated. And we'll talk about oily skin in a minute. But so you would double cleanse. You could go right into the Calming Balance, and then every other day they just recommend to do the cream until your skin, I guess, starts to clear, and then you can just play with it. I always tell people, you know your own body, you know your skin. Do what you feel. If you feel like you're using the cream every day and it feels like it's too much or something's irritated for some reason, then just back off and then slowly introduce it again. So that is what I would recommend for the acne protocol to start. And then oily skins, because some people just have acne but they don't necessarily have oily skin. We're going to talk about a little bit of oily skin too. So oily skin actually means thirsty skin usually, because dehydrated skin, when you have dehydrated skin, your oil overproduces to help protect your skin. So then it looks like we have oily skin. That was me. I never hydrated at all, and I had the oiliest skin. And so then I started double cleansing and actually hydrating properly. Once I got my daughter the line and I started using it, I'm like, my skin is just hydrated and not oily anymore. I realized that my skin was so dehydrated. If you've seen my before pictures, kind of scary, but I was not hydrating my skin, so my oil was like in high mode producing oils, because it's like we need to protect the skin. So then it was oily, and then once I started hydrating and balancing it out, the Calming Balance Gel also helps balance the oil and water ratio in your skin. So by just using this too, it helped rebalance the oils and the water in my skin too, giving me that perfect hydration and moisture in my skin. So this Calming Balance Gel is a game changer if you're dealing with oily skin, acne skin. It's actually really good for sunburn too. It's just such a good product, even just to have on hand if you need it. Yeah, so that's oily skin. And I'm just going to talk about, I made some notes here, things to avoid for acne. So if you realize that you are maybe experiencing like localized breakouts, it could be a dirty makeup brush, because you should be washing them. If you're using them every day, I think a rule of thumb would be every week, because we're dipping this in our product, putting it on our face, and we're made of bacteria. So bacteria sits in your brush, and then it sits till the next day. Then you go with that old bacteria back in your thing, put it on your face, and just think, if you haven't cleaned your brush for how long, how much bacteria grows. Even if it was good bacteria one time, it's not anymore, and you are continually putting that on your face, and then you'll notice that you're getting a localized breakout. So a dirty makeup brush is one of those things. Dirty pillowcases, towels, face cloths, don't recommend using the same ones over and over again. Again, the same thing, a bacteria thing. Skipping hydration, we talked about that. Make sure your skin is hydrated, because if it is thirsty, our body is mainly made of water. So it is so important to have that water in our skin. So if we're skipping hydration, it's just like not drinking water for our body. Think of what happens to our body and the functions of our body when we dehydrate. The same thing happens with our skin. So you need to make sure, because it doesn't know what to do. It's trying survival mode. It's lacking in water, and all things are happening to try normalize things. So don't skip your hydration. Picking your skin, or like constantly touching your skin and adding bacteria, that can be something that can add breakouts as well. Over cleansing your skin can strip it. Again, when you're stripping your skin, you're losing hydration and moisture, and again, your skin's going into protection mode, not knowing what to do, so it will start to react, and everybody's reacts differently. How it is, it could be a rash, it could be acne. How your body responds is different. Another thing is only doing spot treatments. So that's why I like this line, because if you're just, say, getting those acne creams and you're just dabbing it on and the rest of your face isn't getting the TLC it needs, then you might be treating those spots, but what about the rest of your face? So then you're going to constantly have a struggle issue with your skin. So I highly recommend that's why, again, I love this line. It really deals with the cause from a cellular level, healing from the inside out, healing the microbiome and the skin, pushing things from the inside out so that you don't have to do that spot treatment. And the other thing is not ignoring internal triggers, like I said, hormones, and you can't just expect to use skincare. Some of us, it might be an external thing, but if it's an internal thing, you can't ignore that, because something needs to be fixed in order for your skin to be fixed. So using topical with the internals too. So just paying attention to your body, listen to the warning lights, and if it's hormones, if you know that, if it's your digestion, your gut, whatever. But I suggest highly recommend these two, because our hormones are also made in the gut. So if our digestive system isn't working properly, our hormones aren't working properly either. So these are I can't say enough about these little things for how much they do. We're not going to go into talk on those, but your gut has so much to do with your skin and your health overall, hormones, everything. The other thing to avoid for acne is using harsh ingredients and drying ingredients to your skin, because by using harsh ingredients, it'll strip the skin, or drying ingredients that will obviously dry it out, and you're lacking that hydration in your skin. We talked about how those problems arise from that, and we talked about dirty makeup brushes. So that's basically on acne. I am going to talk now a little bit about skin purging. I said I'm going to add this in because sometimes, drop in the chat a 1 if you've experienced skin purging. I personally did not, and I've maybe only had 4 customers that ever have. But this is a great thing to be able to, like when you start a new routine, or if you're a planner and you have somebody and they start freaking out because their skin is freaking out, here's what's going on. So with our products, because they are a cellular level, we are used of a product that just sits on the surface of our skin. Not many skincares penetrate past the first dermal layer. So we are used of products sitting on the skin, not going to the third dermal layer. So number 1, the skin is like, what the heck is going on? Number 2, when skin purging happens, it's getting used to new ingredients. So you might have experienced that with other lines, or sometimes when you jump around from one skincare to another, which I don't recommend, your skin has an adjustment period that it needs to get used of those products. So it's always like guessing. So if you're constantly one of those that are grabbing different products, oh, this didn't work yesterday, so I'm going to try this. Well, you might be experiencing problems because your skin is trying to figure out what's going on and what it needs to do. So with our products and ingredients, they're not from North America. So for the most of us, these ingredients have never touched our skin before. They're so different from anything else. So it does need to adjust like what is going on. I had some tightness and stuff, and I thought my skin was maybe drying, but I think it was my pores pulling in because it like my face tightened up so fast. It was like crazy. I didn't really know what was going on, but I didn't get the acne or rashing or breakouts, anything like that. But I have had a few customers and they will want to quit and if you've been one of them, you know, because you might have good skin going into it and you're like, what the heck is going on? My skin is freaking out. The skincare is no good. And I've had a few customers and they're freaking out. I'm just like, just settle down. Like, this is an adjustment period. Number one, your skin has never experienced ingredients like this before. It needs to adjust and get to know the ingredients. Number two is this product works at a cellular level, which increases our cell turnover. So our cell turnover is quicker, and that's why we see results quicker, because normally our cell turnover as an adult is around 28 days. With this, it's speeding that up. So thus we get that anti-aging quite a bit quicker, right? It's healing, and it's the skin, in order for the healing to happen, you need that cell turnover quicker. So sometimes people might feel itchy, flaky, dry, they might get breakouts. This is normal skin purging. So what I tell people is wait it out. What you can do is you can maybe do it one day, skip the next day, and like slowly integrate it into your routine, especially if they're using up previous products. But I just recommend just starting slow, or maybe just starting with the cleanser and going with the calming balance and just like slowly adding in, or maybe just starting, like honestly what I recommend, the first products to start with are the booster serum. So they may even just want to start with hydrating their skin first and then add the rest of their routine in. Some people just push through. I haven't had somebody that experienced it. It can last like a week to, I think the max, they say, not for our line in particular, just like skin purging in general, up to 6 weeks. And I haven't had a customer, it's usually 5 to 10 days, about a weekish. So I just tell them, hang in there. If anything, back off a little bit, but just give your skin some time to just reset and get used of the ingredients. And then I'm gonna check back in with you and see how your skin is doing. Every single one loved it. Their skin has changed and they're loving it. So it's just that period that it really does suck, especially if you had clearer skin and then you break out into acne or dry patches or rashy. It's not fun, but just know that it's short term, and long term you're gonna have the best skin ever. So just hang in there, and yeah, like don't panic. It's a part of the healing process, really. Just like our body, like when things break down and we're fixing our body, things get worse before they get better. So the same thing happens. It's got to purge out. And the other thing is, if you're used to using a chemical line, like I don't know if you guys are familiar, but like toxins like fragrance and parabens and all, like most of the skincare are packed with those and pore clogging ingredients, and those affect our hormones big time. Another reason I love Riman is because they avoid 3,000 plus ingredients, no hormone disruptors. So love that they are clean. They're actually V certified, which is very hard to get. So love that, because all those other ingredients affect our hormones, they affect our skin over long term, and they actually age us from the inside out, because those chemicals are breaking down our body systems, which our skin comes from the inside out. So it is so important when you are skin purging to understand that if you have been using ingredients that contain those chemicals, that it may take a little bit longer because it's also purging out that from your skin. So like I said, it purges from the inside out, healing the skin. So your period could be a little bit longer. And then again, some people don't experience it at all. Everybody's skin, like just like your body, everybody is so different than everybody else. So everyone's purging and everybody's healing process will be a little bit different, just like everybody's results are a little bit different, because there's different things that need to happen with the skin. You just need to trust what it's smart skincare. It knows what it needs to do. Once it touches your skin, it knows what it needs to start healing, and it just does that. So you just need to trust the process. Don't panic, and if you have to, back off a little bit. But other than that, is there any questions? I think I covered everything I kind of wanted to talk about. I didn't even look at my notes here. But if you're struggling with acne or skin purging or anything like that, reach out to your planner that invited you here and come up with a troubleshooting plan with them, because they should be able to help you, and if they can't, they'll have somebody they can reach out to help you with this. And it's just a matter of trusting the product and just trusting the process and just give it time. And as for the acne, it's not going to go away overnight. Like, it took however long to get there, whatever's built up that took to get there, unless it's bacterial and it's a surface thing and you're just working at that externally. That's a little bit different. But if it's internal too, then it's going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to be the next day that it's all of a sudden going to be gone. It's not magic. It's got to heal. So yeah, that's about it. It's all a process, but once you are there, you're there. You've arrived, and things are good, and things will be good from here on out. And it's just a matter of staying on top of it, being consistent with your skincare routine, because skipping here and there is just like skipping meals, right? You skip hydration in your skin, it throws off your pH balance, it throws off everything. So you want to make sure that you are feeding your skin just like you feed your body, because it needs the nourishment just like our body. And I know that we nourish our skin from the food we eat too, but that food is also distributed throughout our body and put to areas it needs. So that's why skincare is so important, because it needs that external nourishment as well. That's why I love the collagen masks too. Collagen masks are very healing too. You can try that for the acne as well, because it's deep hydration and it's super, super healing for the skin and the skin barrier. Because when you have acne, sometimes the barrier can break up and you can get damaged barrier, especially if you're like a popper or anything like that. So those can really help too. But other than that, any questions? I see some stuff in the chat here. But yeah, reach out to your planner. Yeah, she said I had stuff that was under my skin. Sorry, I'm just reading that, Charity. For years, just slowly popping out continuously. And a couple of weeks in, it all came out and cleared. And now I don't have that issue of constant cycle of something popping up. Yes, and hormone, it's only, yeah. That's exactly what happens. It can become a constant cycle, because other skincares too, like I said, they don't work from the inside out at a cellular level. So you're just basically putting something on your skin and it sits there. Some are pore clogging, and it basically holds in the problem. Like it might mask it or band-aid it, but it never actually heals it. And that's a lot with acne. Like, you're just band-aiding it with these spot treatments. So with this, it actually helps push the stuff from the inside out and heals the skin at a literally cellular level. So that's what makes this so different. There is literally nothing like it I've ever tried. And I've tried so many different brands over the last 25 years. And there's just nothing compares to the healing, to the results, to everything. So tag your planner. I probably went over time. Tag your planner and get in for those prizes. And if you have any questions, put them in the chat below or take them to your planner that invited you here. And again, if you struggle with any of these issues, reach out to your planner and they should help you be able to troubleshoot that. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy the rest of this event. We have some other great speakers coming up.